Hey guys, good evening. All right, I'm going to give this just a minute because I know there's a couple people trying to get on, and we'll get started in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited. This is my first time doing this live. Hi, can you guys hear me? You can just put in the chat box. Let me pull up the chat. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. Why am I echoing? All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. Can you guys hear me? All right. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, guys. I'm going to take this off so I can't hear this. Get started. Can you guys hear me? All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Can you guys hear me? All right. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. All right, guys. So here is what we've got going on tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. This is our Beachbody coaching opportunity call that I've invited you guys to. It's our live informational session. Basically, it's just going to go ahead and tie in all the things that we've been talking about all this week, throughout this weekend, the sneak peek group, just kind of wrap it up and put it into, I know sometimes people have a very short attention span when it comes to Facebook, and they don't like to read those long posts or watch the videos, and they benefit more from a one-on-one session. So I just wanted to go ahead and present the business opportunity to you. It's going to be short and sweet. My name is Bianca O'Brien, for those that don't know me. A little bit about who I am. I am a wife. I am a mom of 3 girls. I'm a registered nurse. I still work on a med-surg floor, even though tomorrow and Saturday will be my last days. I also work as a flight attendant. I've been a flight attendant with Delta since 2002, so I've been with them for a long time. I'm also a 3-star diamond coach with Beachbody, and for those of you who don't know Beachbody, you have probably no idea what I'm talking about, and I will tell you more about what being a diamond coach with Beachbody is all about as we get into the story. So basically how I started with Beachbody is I have 3 girls, like I showed in my picture before. One is 13 years old. Well, she's 14 now. I also have a 3-year-old named Allie, and I have a baby named Valentina. Basically, when I got pregnant with Valentina, we moved, with Alessandra, we moved to Florida from New York. And I had to leave. I had to take a leave of absence from flying, and I was a new nurse, and we got down here to Florida, and we really didn't know anybody, right? We moved down here because my husband wanted to give a better life to our kids. We were tired of living in New York, the noise. Our oldest was always in an apartment. She had nowhere to run free, and so we really, really wanted to move to Florida. So when we got down here, we really knew no one. We just kind of took a leap of faith that this was the right thing for our family, and we did it. Well, I was 6 months pregnant. I knew no one, and I had no job, and my husband had to work super long hours. So what ended up happening was I ate a lot of cake, and I wish there was a better way to put that, but there isn't. Really what happened was I ate a lot of cake, and I ended up gaining 65 pounds in that pregnancy. And I've always been really active. I've always been not into dieting or anything like that, but I've always been very into exercise and just kind of running, and I always kind of did different things. I've always been attracted to the happy feeling that exercise gave me. So when I gained those 65 pounds, I figured that, I didn't really worry. I was like, well, it's all going to come off after the baby's born. What ended up happening was that it didn't come off, and I had no clue how to get it off. I just remember one day, 8 months after she had been born, my husband wanted to go to the beach, and I said no, and that really, really depressed me because I've always been someone who loves the beach. And I looked at myself, and I was still wearing maternity jeans. And that was like a wake-up call for me. I was like, I really need to do something. I had been trying little things here and there, but nothing where I had that had stuck with me, nothing that worked. I was just each time I tried and failed, I felt more frustrated. So at that point, when I realized that I was still wearing maternity jeans, I was literally sitting on a couch watching TV, and an infomercial for Insanity came on. And I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, I could totally do that. I could work out while the baby's sleeping, and that's it. That's my solution. So that's what I did. I bought Insanity. And for somebody that hadn't worked out in over 2 years and was 65 pounds overweight, that probably wasn't a smart idea. But I decided to give it a shot anyway. So I had nothing to lose at that point. So not knowing, there was a friend of mine that went to nursing school with me that had just joined as a Beachbody coach. Her name's Kristen Richards, and she just happens to be my upline coach. She had this group, and she told me about it, and she was like, okay, well, you're going to take your Insanity, you're going to buy Shakeology, you're going to go in this group, we're going to teach you what to eat, when to eat. She had lost an amazing amount of weight, and I was just in awe of what she'd done. So I said yes. And so I signed up as a coach to be a discount coach because I knew I'd get a discount on the products if I signed up as a discount coach. And the rest is kind of history. People started noticing, as 2 months after I had started that group, I lost 36 pounds. And people started to notice, and they were like, what's going on with you? What are you doing? First off, the weight was off, but they noticed the shift in my attitude. I was happier. I had more energy, and they just noticed something was going on in my life, and everybody wanted to be in it. So pretty much I started referring everybody to my coach, and I just kept saying, this person needs help and they want to lose weight too, and I don't know how to do it. And she just kept empowering me and saying, you know what to do. You could be a coach. And even though I didn't have the confidence in myself, having that person believe in me was what I needed, was the little push that I needed. And I just started to help people. And I've always been the type of person that is like here for advice. I'm the person who my friends call, when they're in trouble and they need help. So I've always been that kind of person. So it wasn't hard for me to be in that role. I really genuinely just loved helping people and letting them know what was going on like in my life and how I was making this all work, with my busy life with the kids. And so it just kind of naturally it felt right to be a coach. And so that's how I started. Definitely had no intentions of being a big time coach or, building a business or working from home. That was crazy. That wasn't even in my mind. But just naturally falling in love with the products and sharing what they were doing for me is basically how I got started. So that probably sounds all good, but then I know that some people who were not following the group are probably sitting there, okay, well, I've never heard of this Team Beachbody stuff. Tell me more about that. So I'll be happy to share with you guys. Team Beachbody is, can you guys see my screen? I wonder if you guys can see my screen, because I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can. Let me try it again. I wonder if you guys can see it. Just looking here. Can you guys put in the chat box if you can see the screen? I'm not sure if you can. Sorry. This is my first time using this Google Hangout thing, and I'm not sure if you guys can totally see what I'm seeing here. Can you guys see my screen? Do you guys see the chat box on the side there? Maybe if I type something in there, you guys will see it. Yeah, that's what I see too. Thanks, Karen, for letting me know. That's what I see too. There's something wrong with my screen. What is it? I'm like here sharing my broadcast, but I don't think you guys see it. Maybe now? Anything? Grr. All right. Let's see. I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't, we'll just keep going. Because that's not what you guys should be seeing. You guys should be seeing my screen. All right. Why can't I screen share? I should have done Zoom like I always do. Just trying something new, guys. It was supposed to be better. All right. There's a PowerPoint that you guys can't see, unfortunately. All right. All right. So I'll stop sharing it, and then I'll just talk. You guys have to see me. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I thought you guys could see my screen, so I was trying to talk from it. All right, we'll go back. So, okay, so going back to what is Beachbody? So, I find a lot of people when I present about Beachbody, when I tell them talk to them about Beachbody, they're like, what the heck is Beachbody? They don't know. But then when I mention, you know, what is P90X and Insanity and 21 Day Fix, and they're like, oh yeah, I've seen that on TV. So it rings a bell and they remember what it is. So what is Team Beachbody? So basically, Team Beachbody started way back in 1998 with the infomercials, and they were basically, they had come up with fitness solutions for busy people. So that's where P90X came from, because a lot of people wanted to realize that, you know, with how busy life got recently in the past decade or so, people just, they wanted to exercise, but they didn't have a way to, right? Because life got so busy. So what Beachbody did was come up with a solution for those busy people to get their workouts in at home. So basically, they're fitness programs that you do at home. They come with nutrition guides, and they teach you what kind of exercises to do. They get all these amazing celebrity trainers that basically come to your living room and help you work out. What ended up happening is the company was extremely successful selling these programs. People were having amazing transformations, but they found that a lot of times people would order it and it would sit on a shelf and nobody would actually take it out of the box and use it. So they figured that there was a missing piece, and that's where the Team Beachbody coach came into action. So basically, Beachbody wanted to give these busy people an accountability partner, and that's where the idea of a coach came from. They wanted people to really, really have success. So they wanted people to have the fitness program with the nutrition, the support, and the rewards. So they offer $500 each day for people who submit their results to teambeachbody.com. So our mission is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy and fulfilling life. And that's what we do on a daily basis as coaches. So what exactly is a coach? If you guys were paying attention in the group, I talked a little bit about my story and how I had no idea what a coach was. When I was presented with the business opportunity, I thought that I needed to know a lot about nutrition, and I needed to know a whole lot more about the programs, and I didn't have like very good knowledge of what we had to offer. So I felt very insecure, and I had no confidence that I could actually be a good coach. I definitely didn't, I still had a lot of weight to lose. You know, I just didn't feel like coach material at all. But what ended up happening was people started relating to me. So when you see, you know, those people on TV that have these amazing six-pack bodies, and they're your like trainers, and, you know, people just, I feel like people who have a lot of weight to lose, they feel intimidated by that. And they can't relate to that. That looks like an unachievable goal. So it just kind of like sets them back, where like, well, I can never do what she does. So simply by being me and by sharing how I work out with my kids around me, climbing on my back, and in my garage with my husband making fun of me. And, you know, I don't have a whole lot of time. So that 30 minutes that I can get it in, that's when I do it. I do it in my garage. You know, it's not perfect, but I feel like people relate to me for that reason. And that's what really makes a good coach. I basically just like to help people. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to believe in them like somebody once believed in me. And so that's what makes me a successful coach, because I'm relatable and I am that person that they know they can come to, and they can do what I do. They see what I do because I model it on Facebook, and they're like, I could totally do what this girl does. I could work out in my garage. I actually got a message today from a girl that said exactly that. She's like, I see you doing it in your garage. I have a garage. I could do it too. And basically that's what we do as coaches. We share our journey and we invite people to join us. So what do we do? Like that's the secret question, right? That everybody wants to know. So basically what we do is we run these online fitness challenge groups, right? Like I mentioned to you guys earlier in the call. They're 30 days long. Basically, we help people find a fitness program that would match with their lifestyle. So with the time that they have available to work out, with whatever they like or dislike, like some people love cardio, some people hate it. So you help them find like their soulmate workout, right? And then you find out what their objectives are, what their personal fitness goals are. And with that, you help them match with the program And once they get that program, we hook them up with Shakeology, where they're going to replace a meal a day, depending if they want to lose weight or if they want to gain weight, they're going to replace a snack. And we're going to teach them what clean eating is. And we do this for a whole 30 days. We work with them individually and in the group. We check in each week, each day. Each week we weigh ourselves, we share what's working, what's not, and we kind of just motivate each other and kind of push each other to keep going. And we do this for 30 days. What ends up happening is people have amazing results, and I think it's that missing, the group is really the missing ingredients that most people have. What I find is that most people know what they should be eating, that they know that they need to work out, they know what they need to do, but they fail because they don't have somebody to hold them accountable to what they say they're going to do. So basically that's where the group comes in, and that's where people end up having these amazing results. So the groups are very successful. We have a lot of fun, and basically that's our bread and butter. That's what I do on a daily basis. And yeah, I kind of joke around like I'm on Facebook all day. I kind of am, because I check in on my groups like 3 times a day. But it looks from the outside like I'm more on Facebook than I really am. I really am here present for my girls. I have a set schedule that I follow, and I just check in on the groups and I check in on my challengers. It's all like a very organized system, and it looks like a lot of work from the outside, but it actually is very simple for anybody to do. In fact, when I first started, I was working as a nurse and as a flight attendant, and I had a newborn, and so I didn't really have much time. So I think the biggest misconception that people have when in regards to coaching is that they're going to need like a whole lot of time to do this, and you really don't. It takes like 10 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, and maybe half an hour at night. But you can get it all done in an hour a day. Obviously, if you put more work into it, it will generate more benefits. You will have a greater pay. Obviously, the more work that you put into it, the more money you're going to see. But if you only have an hour, if that's what you're going to start with, it totally works. The system works that way. It's organized, and it's simple and duplicatable. So whatever I did, you can do, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. So what are the benefits of being a coach? If you guys follow me on Facebook, you know that I just came back from a cruise, that 6-day cruise that was all paid for with my entire family. We went to Jamaica, we went to the Bahamas. It was a blast. Beachbody rewards us with these trips all the time. I got to go to LA in January. For me, it never was like a big deal that we got to go on trips because I'm a flight attendant, but it was pretty amazing to have a whole ship full of Beachbody coaches. We're like a kind of our own. We're very positive people. We hold doors, and we're just kind, and it was a different experience. Even the ship staff was commenting on how fun it was to have us, because we were like kind of different. I get to be my own boss. I make my own hours. I work when it's convenient for me, when my girls are allowing me to work. Like right now, I'm making a business opportunity call, and my 14-year-old and my 3-year-old are right here on the couch, trying to distract me. And but it's for me. It's what I can do, right? I do make an excellent supplemental income. Made an excellent supplemental income to the point where I could leave nursing full time, and now I'm home. Numerous rewards we get from Beachbody every month. We have benchmark goals that we set, that if you hit them, you get rewards from Beachbody. If all else fails, maybe the business isn't for you, but you'll be in the best shape of your life. And that, to me, that was what I signed up for. So to me, just that alone is like the best benefit ever. And I'll tell you what my personal best benefit of being a coach is that I have fulfillment like I never had from any other job. I signed up to be a nurse because I wanted to help people, and I wanted to make people feel better. And what ended up happening is that the healthcare system just isn't what it should be. And, even though I work for an amazing hospital, I had very little time to spend with my patients because I had a lot of patients. And so what ended up happening was I was being rushed from one place to another, never really got the feeling that I was actually making a difference. Where each morning as a coach, I wake up and I open up my inbox and I see some person saying that they just got off their insulin medication or blood pressure medication because they lost so much weight and they feel great. And, I know that in the long term, that person who was a ticking time bomb is now healthy because of the work that I'm putting in. So I personally love this job because it makes me fulfilled. There are many benefits, but that's my favorite. So how can you be successful? Like when you onboard as a coach, you're going to start off in a challenge group, just like the one that I described before. So you're going to start off kind of like a customer. You're going to learn how these challenge groups run, and you're going to participate in one so you can start your own transformation, and so you can be a product of the product. You're going to learn how the products work. You're going to see how it works for you, and that's what you're going to start sharing, and with your friends on your Facebook or your social media or in person, whatever type of person you are, however you choose to run your business. You're going to learn time management tips that I have. That's specifically to our team, because people see me as a time management queen because they don't understand how I get it all done. So I will help you declutter your life and just kind of put things into place so that you have time for this business. You're going to get guides, scripts, sample posts. I mean, nothing is going to have to be created. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. This system was passed down to me by the top coach of our organization. We just happen to be in the #1 team in all of Beachbody, which is something I'm very, very proud of. I have an amazing mentor. Actually, not just one. I have a series of amazing mentors. And all that system was handed down to me. That's how I became successful. And that's how my coaches are being successful, because it's all very simple and all very systematic, where you can just follow a system. And even though you have that flexibility to make it your own, if you just follow these simple steps, it's going to be like much easier for you. So you don't have to be wasting time reinventing something that's already there. You just take your own secret sauce and you add to it to make it yours. You're going to get support from me. We're going to talk on a weekly basis, probably more. I talk to my coaches probably every day. We are a little family, so you're going to come into that community. You're going to go into our team page. That's how we stay in touch with one another. And then you're going to have the Coach Online Office, which Beachbody spends millions of dollars putting all this training together so you can have all the training that you need from corporate as well. You're going to get training from me, and you're going to get training from Beachbody. So you can choose what works best for you and make it work. Like I said, we're the #1 team in all of Beachbody, which I really am proud of that. So what's the cost? So the sign-up fee to be a coach is $39.95. That's just to activate your account, create your website, and that's where you're going to create that link to give to your customers so they can go to your website and order from. If you start off with the challenge group, which I highly recommend, you can just start as a coach with $39.95. That's awesome, but you really want to be able to talk to your customers about what our products are like. So I recommend that you start with a challenge pack. We're going to talk, me and you, and we're going to figure out what program is best for you. You're going to get that fitness program. You're going to get the 30 days of Shakeology. You're going to get exactly the package that your customers will be getting when they sign up. And they're going to go into a private group, just like I told you, the challenge group. You're going to go into that challenge group. You're going to do it with them. You're going to watch, right? And you're going to choose which package is best for you. So if you sign up with the challenge pack, that coach sign-up fee of $39.95 is waived, and you don't have to pay that. So it depends on which package you choose for the price. Our packages run from $140 all the way to $205. So there's a wide range there. It really depends on what your personal needs are. But we can talk about that. There's a couple of them. Actually, there's a lot of them that are on sale. 22-minute hardcore, for example, which is the one that I'm doing now. That's only 22 minutes. People are loving that program. That's only $140 this month. So we'll talk, and we'll see more about the challenge packs once you tell me that you want to move forward with the business. If you're military, you don't have to pay any of the fees. There's no cancellation fees, hidden costs, surprise fees. When you sign up, I send you an email. It tells you exactly what's going to be charged and when. You do have, let me see if I can pull it here. You do have, I don't know where it went, but you do have a monthly fee of $15.95, and that's to maintain your website. That takes care of your customer service. It takes care of your website, any kind of tech support that you need. All that is covered with that $15.95, and that's to maintain your account active as a coach. So for as long as you're a coach, you're always going to pay $15.95 every month, and that also gives you 25% discount on all our products. So whatever you want to order from the Beachbody website is going to come with 25% off. Let me see. So how do you sign up? You're going to talk to me, or you're going to talk to the person who invited you here. We're going to pick a fitness program. We're going to order your challenge pack, and then you're going to join the next challenge group, which is going to start on the 11th. Then you're going to tell us if you want to walk, run, or fly. So you're going to dictate how fast you want to run with this business. A lot of times people want to come in and they want to have their transformation first before they can actively start coaching. While that's not completely necessary, actually it's not necessary at all. That is the path a lot of people choose to take, and if that's that's the path you want to take, that's fine. If you want to run, I'm going to run with you. I am on fire this year, and I really want to take this team up into an elite place in the company. I want to take it higher. And if you want to run and if you want to fly with me, then we'll run and fly together. And I really have this vision that for 2017, we're going to be one of the biggest teams in Beachbody. So if you are willing to come with me on this journey, I would love to have you, and we will fly together. So ask yourself, who do you know that you can help? I know that when I signed up, the one person that kept coming to my mind was my dad. I worried a lot about him because he lives in Connecticut by himself in an apartment. And I just kept thinking, you know, I knew he had a lot of heart problems. He had high blood pressure, and it runs in our family. And, you know, his diet was awful, and he lives by himself. And I just kept thinking, my dad's gonna have a heart attack up alone in his house in Connecticut, and I'm not gonna know until like a week later. And that was a huge worry of mine. And I just kept thinking, well, maybe if I sign up, I can inspire him to get started too. And he was the number one person that I thought of. And of course, when I signed up, the first thing I did was buy my dad a bag of Shakeology and send it up. And he started little by little. And what do you know? My dad is now 30 pounds less. He's off his blood pressure medications. His labs are amazing. He's healthy. And it was all because I decided to take that leap of faith, and I started on my own fitness journey. I actually made a post about that today, how the ripple effect works, where you think you're just helping yourself, and then you look around and all the people around you are getting healthy because they get inspired by your story. So ask yourself, who can you help? Who do you know that would probably get inspired by your story? What difference would this opportunity make in your life? I know for me, I never in a million years would imagine that I'm sitting home with my girls. Like, never in a million years. I was always taught that if I wanted to have nice things, I had to work really hard, and that I wouldn't see my girls, and that because that's all I saw when I was little. Both my parents worked, and I pretty much raised myself. And I didn't want that for my children, but I didn't know that life could be any different. So for me, this made a huge difference and an amazing difference. And I didn't even know I wanted this for myself because I didn't think it was possible. Ask yourself, what are your fears? A lot of times people think, well, yeah, that sounds good, but I'm really scared that I'm going to fail. And how sad is it to walk through life not knowing what you're capable of because you're too scared to try? So what if you fail? So what if this business isn't for you? Like I said before, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose some weight and be healthy. It really is a really small investment to make for you to take that chance and to believe in yourself, to actually try to do something for yourself. Ask yourself, what is your why? I know what my why is. I wanted to be home with my girls, and I did it. So this is my why. This is why I get up each day. That's why I work hard, and this is why I try my best to see the people that I help have success, because I know what my why is. I want people to realize their potential. Just like somebody believed in me, I want to believe in others, and I want to be that person for them. So that is my why. That's what wakes me up in the morning. Do you know what your why is? Have you stopped and thought to yourself what it is? Because we're going to be working on that. If you decide to become a coach, we're going to talk a lot about your why. You're going to hear this like you're blue in the face. But we're going to find out what it is. What does success look like to you? Like for me, not having to work for a paycheck is amazing. Being my own boss and dictating my own hours, that's amazing. That's success to me. I don't need a fancy house. I don't need a lot of material things, but I want to be able to have that freedom where I don't have to worry about tomorrow's paycheck and where it's coming from. And then what would it mean to you if you were to reach your goals? What if you tried and you could do all those things that you were always dreaming of? Like, what if you could? Just stop and think. Like, instead of thinking, what if I fail? Just think about it. What if I succeed? Like, start dreaming. I find that it's so sad that nowadays people don't even have that energy to dream anymore. So stop and think, like, what if your ideal, like if you could have your life ideally, like how you could dream of it, like how you could imagine, if you could design it, what would it look like? And what would it mean to you if you really could live your life that way? I wanted to open it up for questions, but I don't know if our chat box is working. I'm going to see here. I'm going to type. Where is it? going to type it here so you guys can see where it is. Maybe if you guys have questions, you can pop it up. Or just say hi so I know you're there, because I see we have a lot of viewers, but I don't know where you guys are. This thing is so weird. I'm so going back to Zoom. I don't know what this doesn't work for me. Can you guys see my chat box message? Even though you couldn't see my screen. So crazy. I'm putting my smiley faces up there. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, questions? All right. So if nobody has any questions, I guess I will call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was able to clarify some of the questions you guys had, and I hope the group was informative, and that you guys, if you decide to join the team, that that you're joining a team that is like full of people that are would be happy to have you, and that would be excited to have you on the team. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I figure this Google Hangout thing that I'm never going to do again. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good night.